Not giving a fuck does not mean being indifferent. It means being comfortable with being different. To give a fuck about adversity, you must first give a fuck about something more important than adversity. Whether you realize it or not, you are always choosing what to give a fuck about. Mark Manson from the book The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. In other words, if you really want to get your ex back, if that is your goal, you must first care more about something other than your ex, which is yourself in this case. If your ex came back right now, who will they find? The person they didn't want to be around any longer, or the person who has the abundance mindset of, I'm okay with or without you. I prefer you to be with me, but there are billions of others where you came from, and I won't be investing in someone who doesn't invest in me. Removing your investment vastly increases your value. Removing your attention gets other people's attention. Being too available makes you an abundant resource, and when something is abundant, its perceived value is much lower. Quite honestly, I don't like making expat content that much anymore, but given how so many of you ask me almost on a daily basis, Nick, how do I get my ex back? I may as well give you that information with my spin on it. If you've been listening to Love Advice TV, Chris Siter, Brad Browning, and Dan the Bacon Sandwich, this might not be the channel or video for you because, one, I won't bullshit you, and two, I will bluntly ask, how's that been working out for you? People normally find my channel after the X-Back bullshit hasn't worked, so let's put a different spin on it and get you back so you can put yourself in the best possible situation for a reconciliation. That does not mean they will necessarily come back, so just keep that in mind. Welcome back to The Love Fix. It's Nick doing what I can to get you through your breakups the best way I can. If today's video is not enough for you and you need my help with your personal breakup situation, in the description below there is a link at the bottom. Tap that will take you to my one-to-one coaching services along with additional resources like my private Facebook support group, my Spotify podcast channel where I get into the long form content, and my Instagram. Okay, let's get into it. Tip number one is you must care more about yourself than you care about your ex. How you treat yourself in private is how you will treat yourself in public. So if you are being toxic in private, guess what you're going to be in public and what you're going to attract. If you're being insecure in private, guess what you're going to attract in public, and so on. If you're being needy, if you're being too available, this diminishes your value. So if you want to put yourself in the best possible position, you have to give a fuck more about yourself than you do your ex. The fact is, giving too many fucks about your ex is what got you into this position in the first place. When you become too abundant, your value diminishes. So you must step back and you must look inward. Do the inner work. If you were needy and too available, low confidence, you must ask why. You must ask yourself, why am I outsourcing this all to one person? Your partner cannot be your partner, best friend, lover, therapist, business partner all in one. We have to have other people in our lives for that. Sure, they can support in these areas, but they cannot fill those roles for you 100% of the time. So step back, look inward, and work on yourself. Get yourself to the person you need to be and want to be. Tip number two, no one is coming to save you, so you must save yourself. Now, I get it, guys. Your first instinct when you're feeling so bad and down and the anxiety is at like 4 billion% is to reach out to the person that used to soothe you. I get it. That was your safe person, your safe environment, just your safe everything. And your feeling brain wants to reach out to them. But you are now stuck in the breakup mode and no one's going to come and save you. People like me and the people that I work with, we can come and sit in the mud with you and put our arms around you and say, hey, look, this sucks. It's really painful and I hear you, but I'm climbing out now and I'm going to throw you the rope. However, I can't climb the rope for you. I can coach you. I can teach you how to use the rope. But unless you make that decision to pull yourself out, you are going to remain stuck forever. Your ex isn't coming back to save you. They don't want to come back to save you because when they did try to save you, which wasn't their job, that's what made them lose attraction for you. So you must save yourself. You've got to stand up and say, hey, look, I can do this by myself. And this is what is going to make you so much more attractive. And when you are more attractive, it puts you in a better position. It improves the odds of a reconciliation. Now, if they don't come back, okay, you've still got yourself back. You've leveled up. You're more confident. You will attract better people. It's win-win. Tip number three, your ex and how they feel is not your monkey. It is not your problem. They feel how they feel for whatever reason. That's on them. That's their burden. Do not pick it up. Your burden is dealing with how you feel right now. So what a lot of people tend to do when their ex is telling them everything that's wrong with the relationship or everything that's wrong about you, people typically will start abandoning their boundaries, their self-worth, their principles, their values, everything, to make themselves more accommodating to their ex's needs. Now, if there's something fundamental that your ex doesn't like about you, and it's something that's, let's say it's a religious value, your ex doesn't like that you go to church or something like that, you shouldn't be changing that. That's your value. That just means you're not compatible. Okay, if it's something like, all right, you're drinking too much or taking drugs, okay, then maybe their criticism was valid and they walked away for their own safety. Okay, but there is an acceptable limit to that. You can work on certain things and you can say, hey, look, I've worked on this one thing. What have you been working on? Can we meet in the middle? Okay, but if they're giving you a litany of things that they want to see different about you, then it's not going to work. Don't do it, okay? How they feel is not your problem. Therefore, you must give a fuck more about how you feel. Stop saying to yourself, oh, well, I did this and I made them do this. You didn't make them do anything. Okay, yes, you did bring bullshit to the table, but so did they. Okay, so be kind to yourself. Care more about you than you do them. Tip number 4. Are you the person they can reconcile with? In other words, they left you for a reason. And as I've said earlier, when they come back, who will they find? The person they dumped, the person they lost attraction for, the person they don't want to be with anymore, or the person that leveled up, the person that done the therapy, that did the coaching, that worked on their bullshit, the person that went to the gym, put the muscle on, lost the weight, just corrected everything, the person that improved their finances, the person that is more adventurous. Who are they going to find? You have to be someone that is somewhat of a rarity. Now, I don't want you to put yourself up on a pedestal, but you do have to stand out somewhat, because if you've been lazy, if you became complacent, then any Tom, Dick or Harry can do that. But if you're the person that stood up and said, hey, I need to change, I need to be better, I need to be more adventurous, I need to be healthier, I need to do whatever, then it's going to improve your attraction. And when they come back, or if they come back, they're going to see, wow, they've really improved. They love themselves, and I love that they love themselves. If you stop loving yourself, how the fuck can your ex or anyone love you? Tip number 5. I don't care what your ex did, said, or done. You are the common denominator in everything you do. And this is the mindset I'm going to encourage you to have. Now, that sounds brutal, and this may have triggered some people. And if it has triggered you, then I say, job well done, Nick, because that means I'm pointing and I'm poking at the right trauma point that you need to work on. So, what do I mean by that? Take responsibility for everything. Now, what I mean by that is take responsibility for how you feel. Take responsibility for how you act, react. It's okay to feel shit. And if you've been in an abusive relationship or something like that, or your ex genuinely did something bad, then you have my full sympathy, and it's good that you're no longer in that situation. However, you are now responsible for your healing. You are now responsible for taking care of that trauma. So sitting around blaming your ex means you still give a fuck way too much about them, and you're not giving a fuck about yourself. So are you starting to see the pattern in this video? It's all about you. It's all about the self. And if they don't come back, it really fucking doesn't matter. It will get easier over time. It sucks that that your relationship's broken up. It sucks. It's the worst feeling in the world, or one of the worst feelings in the world. But after time, it does get easier. And there are things you can do to ease that process by doing the work on yourself, by doing the therapy, the coaching, the gym work, and all that good stuff. The mindfulness, the meditation, the cold showers, new hobbies, new friends, new volunteering opportunities, new financial opportunities, or wherever it might be. That is what's going to push you forward. So rather than trying to get your ex back, let's get you back. Let's focus 1000% on you. That's always will give you the best opportunity of getting your ex back, because you've got you back and you are in a better position. You are happier, sexier, more attractive, and all that good stuff. And that's all I've got for today. If you liked today's video, hit like and subscribe. It'd really help me out. And if you need my help with your one-to-one situation, consider booking a coaching session in the link below in the description, and I will talk to you on the call. Okay, that's all I've got for today. You will be okay. You will get through this. You are enough. And I'll see you on the other side.